Jennie is Vaseline's new global ambassador. Lisa is posting Ferrari Romas with a heart emoji. And Guinness World Records just dropped a BLACKPINK feature. So yeah, Friday is weird, in the best way.
This is the BLACKPINK Daily Podcast, and I need to linger on Vaseline for a second, because putting that word next to Jennie Kim is genuinely scrambling my brain.
We've got the Ferrari post in its actual timeline now, with the World Cup opening days away. We've got the Guinness piece, which is a biography more than breaking news. And the real headline today is the Vaseline deal.
And that Guinness feature is sitting there as proof that while everybody's been calling it the solo era, an institutional record org just put BLACKPINK in the books. Let's go.
All K-pop with Damien09.
The vehicle is identified as the Ferrari Roma, a premium model priced at approximately 380 million Korean won, about 281,000 US dollars in Korea. Known for its elegant yet dynamic design, the Ferrari Roma perfectly reflects Lisa's sophisticated and high-profile lifestyle. Meanwhile, Lisa is set to take the stage at the opening ceremony of the 2026 FIFA World Cup opening ceremony on June 12 in Los Angeles, where she will meet audiences from around the world.
Quick flag on the all K-pop Ferrari story before we move on. The post it's covering is dated June 2nd, and we already logged that photo the day it went up. So this is a repost dressed up as World Cup pre-hype, which is fine, but the image itself isn't new.
I'll give all K-pop this much. The World Cup framing does hit differently now that June 12th in LA is days away, not weeks. That same 48-hour window on June 2nd had the Netflix confirmation and the Ferrari post land together, and then the Guinness feature hit June 4. That's 3 legacy-level signals in one sprint.
On the question we had about that Ferrari photo and whether it was about softer lifestyle energy or something bigger, today's all K-pop framing actually answers it. The photo was setting a pre-event mood, not teasing a brand deal. So that loop is closed.
Okay, Jennie just landed a global ambassador deal with Vaseline, and that is a pretty sharp left turn from the Chanel, luxury house lane blinks are used to seeing her in. So what is the play here?
It's bigger than it looks at first glance. Vaseline officially announced Jennie as global ambassador for its body care collection, and they're framing it around what they call healthy, glowing skin you can feel confident in. They're also pointing to body care as something she actually uses every day, whether she's on stage, on a red carpet, or traveling. That everyday authenticity angle is doing a lot of work for a legacy mass-market brand trying to feel current to a younger global consumer. On Jennie's side, though, this is a smart diversification move. Per Vogue's deep dive into the superfan economy, fandoms like BLACKPINK's have built real commercial power because their spending crosses categories. It's not trapped in luxury. A mass-market deal like this lets Jennie reach a much wider demographic than a couture house can. And it says her influence is category agnostic, not just aspirational. For Vaseline, putting a K-pop idol with that kind of global footprint front and center is a shortcut to relevance in markets, especially across Asia, where the brand can otherwise read as dated.
So does going more mass market risk softening the premium high-fashion image she spent years building? Or are blinks maybe overthinking that part?
Honestly, the superfan economy research says the risk is lower than it used to be. When a fandom is this invested, they usually follow the member into new spaces instead of punishing them for it. What I'd watch is how Vaseline activates the partnership globally, and whether Jennie's creative fingerprint shows up in the campaign. Because that's what keeps this feeling like her brand expanding instead of her being a logo placement. If the rollout matches the announcement's emphasis on her relationship with body care, it could open the door to a whole new tier of brand conversations. Guinness World Records writes,
They broke their first record in 2020, after the video for How You Like That was played a whopping 86.3 million times, snatching the record title for most viewed YouTube video in 24 hours, now broken. The girls went from strength to strength, and in 2022, they became the first K-pop girl act to top the UK and US albums chart.
Guinness World Records published a BLACKPINK feature on June 4. They were inducted in 2026, with the lead record being the first female K-pop group to top both the UK and the US album charts. That's a real credential. It's just not news. No new milestone, no new number, no announcement hook.
I hear you, but I'm not letting no announcement hook be the whole read. An institutional legacy org putting the group's name in its record books on June 4, in the same 48-hour window as the World Cup confirmation, is not an accident. Outlets have spent a week trying to frame everything as the solo era. Guinness just filed the group under here to stay.
The YouTube numbers in that piece are pegged to November 26, 2025. 40.772 billion views and 99.3 million subscribers. That's already 6 months old. I'll give you that the group IP is alive, but I'd hold the victory lap until somebody refreshes that scoreboard.
And we said last episode that the Quarb floor number was 5 weeks stale, and it's still not updated today. So yeah, both sides of the data are lagging, but the Guinness induction itself is the signal, not the exact figure. The record books don't get rewritten by a solo arc.
If you follow the wider K-pop conversation, check out BTS Daily Podcast for daily ARMY updates on Jungkook, Jimin, V, RM, Suga, J-Hope, and Jin, from comebacks to charts and tour news. Find it wherever you listen to podcasts. You'll find links to everything we cover today in the show notes. If a story grabbed your attention, it's there for a deeper read whenever you have a minute. That's BLACKPINK Daily Podcast for Friday, June 5th. Thanks for listening. This is a Lantern Podcast.